with me a second.
Okay.
I won't leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
When we live in Springfield, Ohio.
Yes, ma'am.
There's no man.
Well,
You guys are connected in so many ways. You're connected at your home there in Ohio and here.
well,
Well,
I think that's
I just think
amazing.
it's up, because he enlisted in April and he died in July.
And,
of
yep.
What, 64, I believe.
Right there, it's all agree. I think that is so interesting that you guys are connected like that.
Well, it's,
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Twilight Zone.
It is.
I think she wants us to eat first and talk later.
Well, no. I wanted to show
She was
her.
showing me how you connected at your home in Ohio, but then also connected at the house here to the Gammon family.
Oh.
The sons were they lived where you guys are now, and then he died right here where this house is. So your connection is very interesting.
Oh, well.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think it's so cool, and that's why I'm glad to have met Mr. John.
Well, that literally was pure coincidence that about the same year as I got involved with the Underground Railroad House, I bought this.
Right, that is cool.
It came together slowly over the years.
So
Oh.
I did the research. They're trying to build an interpretive center.
Yes, you do what?
I saw the plans. It's supposed to be huge.
Well, you've seen the illustrations of it. It's like 5,000 square feet, which I don't think we can afford. But
Okay. So
I think Melissa, the expectation
it's a little high.
is the money.
Yeah. But it's cool that they still have plans for it. They hold a lot of festivals there.
Juneteenth.
Yes, Juneteenth, they hold that there. And they also have interpretive things going on this month for Black History Month. They have extended hours. Can you explain
Well, about, you're talking about the Gammon House.
Yes, sir.
See, the Gammon House inside is smaller than this house.
Okay.
That's why the interpretive center plans are
For large groups.
well, no, I mean, huge building.
Okay.
Okay. The Gammon House is a cottage. It's smaller than many of the historic Folly Beach fishermen's cottages.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
No. So what made you become interested in the Gammon House, Mr. John?
Well, it was a person. When I started teaching at the community college of Springfield, I was in the process of separating and divorcing from my first marriage. The commute of 25 miles from Dayton to Springfield where I worked and back again was not only dead time, but living there when we were in the process of a divorce and a separation was awkward to say the least. So I got an apartment in Springfield, in an old house. 1968 old house.
Oh, wow.
And got interested in old house history. And the woman who delivered my newspaper lived in the next block. And the Gammon House was in her backyard, as it were, across the alley. So and it turned out that the house that she was living in had been built by the son of the man who built the house my partner was in.
Oh, wow.
And so there was a strong connection between 417 and 527 and her place at 6020 something. So she asked me if I would be interested in, the Gammon House, Underground Railroad house in her backyard, or across the alley. You have to see a diagram or a map to understand how this lays out. And I said, yes, that could be. And once I got a taste of what the house had been and could be, and how desperately it needed to be rescued, and about 8 other people on the street, which was a historic district, shared Jones, she was the woman on newspaper editor, and my interest, shared an interest in saving the Gammon House, because it had been empty derelict for 20 years.
Wow.
The roof had failed, water ruined all the way, sky to basement, ruined, and it was going to be demolished. So because I felt that it was something that needed to be rescued, saved quickly, myself and maybe 8 others got heavily involved in anything we could do. And that was the ground floor, as it were, 98, 99, 26, 27 years ago.
Wow.
And I still have copies of some of the planning documents and proposals and lists of things we could do and should be done and might do to save the house, that myself and my fellow committee members went to our neighborhood historical association, neighborhood organization, which was an actual 501c3 charity.
Okay.
And could accept donations, and when they would be tax deductible and so on. Myself and the others convinced the rest of our neighbors. South Mountain Preservation Incorporated was the name of the historic district organization that we all belonged to, as homeowners on the street. Because I had bought a house down the street from the 417 where my apartment had been. We convinced them that if we could get the owner of the land, Gammon House, to donate it lock, stock, and barrel to Southbound Preservation Incorporated. He could get a tax deduction. We would form a committee to begin salvage, restoration, repair, and so on. And we would get the city to back off on the back taxes, the overdue water bills, the weed assessments for not cutting your weeds, we would jump in and try to keep the city off everybody's back. And that was the beginning. And once you get into something like this, you have to get in all the way. There's no saying, I'm gonna just do this when I feel like it. And since it was, just as Kyleen pointed out, less than 100 yards from the house I was restoring, I was doing the same thing. I was spending 2.5 years still in the apartment, coming to from 417 to 527 and putting in a full day on restoring it, which had been almost done when I bought it. And then, in my spare time, I would be part of a group trying to save the Gammon House too. So once it got in it and started meeting not only my neighbors, who were exclusively middle-class whites, I started meeting other Afro-American citizens of Springfield who wanted to join the group trying to save the Gammon House. Then the whole thing got to be very exciting to everybody. Again, once you're into something like this, you can't just say, I'm only in a little bit. I'm in for the duration. I've always been kind of like that. When I get going on something, whether it's bicycles or boats or kites or radio, electronics, guns, whatever, I dive in head first and stay in. So that's how it started.
It's list.
You're gonna have to come eat here.
Okay, we'll stop for now.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mr. John.
you're welcome. I think some of the other